Good morning, teacher. I'm sorry to bother you by coming to your house on a Sunday, but I really need to talk to you.
Oh, don't worry about it at all. Good morning to you too. You're not bothering me. I'm here to help, and I have some free time now. What's on your mind?
Thank you, teacher, for being so understanding. I've been quite anxious about the upcoming exam and needed some clarity. So, the final exam will be next week, possibly on Thursday or Friday.
Absolutely, you're welcome. I understand that exams can be stressful, and it's important to have all the information you need. Yes, the final exam is scheduled for next week, and it's likely to be on either Thursday or Friday.
Thank you for the clarification, teacher. I appreciate your understanding. I'll study hard to get a good score. Take care.
You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that you're committed to studying hard. Hey Lucas, wait a minute? Are you okay? You look a little down. What happened?
Well, do you remember I told you I was going to have an interview to get a new job?
Yes, I do remember. You were very excited about that opportunity. I suppose you didn't get the job, did you?
No, I didn't. I needed to make a presentation in English during the interview, but I couldn't. I failed at that. I couldn't overcome my fear of speaking in English.
I'm really sorry to hear that, especially considering the effort you put into practicing. I remember that I even helped you with that.
I know, but it was as if I was paralyzed. Every time I tried to speak in English, something took over me. I became anxious and scared. It's weird because I can write, listen, read, and even engage in conversation. But when it comes to standing in front of others or delivering an important presentation, I just freeze up.
Don't worry, Lucas. Learning a language is a journey, and encountering difficulties along the way is completely normal. And guess what? I'm going to be right there to help you through this. Believe it or not, even though I might seem young, I have more than 15 years of experience in teaching English. I've seen all sorts of challenges and helped many students overcome them.
I didn't know that. That's impressive, teacher. I'm really glad to have you by my side. Yes, please, I'd appreciate any help I can get to overcome my fear of speaking English.
I'm here for you all the way, Lucas. Speaking a foreign language can feel overwhelming. It's like being nudged out of your comfort zone and facing the possibility of failure in order to improve. Instead of feeling confident like you do in your native language, you're back to that time when expressing yourself wasn't so easy, like when you were a kid. I get that feeling, Lucas. Now, let's talk about conquering your fear of speaking English. To begin, it's essential to pinpoint what's causing your anxiety. What are you really scared of? When you can identify your fears, you can tackle them head-on and learn how to handle them effectively. For example, you can transform negative thoughts into positive self-talk or summon up the courage to face your worries. Are you concerned you'll feel embarrassed and forget what to say? That's where having a plan comes in. Ask yourself, what will I do if I blank out? Have something ready as backup. It could be a few seconds to gather your thoughts or even a cheat sheet. The goal is to prepare for the worst-case scenario as much as possible. It won't stop mistakes or lapses in memory, but it can help you confront that fear. Also, before diving into a conversation, have you considered practicing by talking to yourself? It's like rehearsing before the main show. Try reassuring yourself that there's no real reason to be frightened. Start the conversation with confidence, reminding yourself that fear isn't logical and only holds you back from achieving your goal. I know it might sound like self-motivation, but it can truly help sometimes. And here's another idea: practice privately first. Trust me, it's effective. If you're worried about making mistakes while speaking English, start by practicing alone. Preparing and practicing can boost your confidence. One thing many students don't realize is that even those who seem like natural talents actually put in a lot of practice. But remember, progress takes time and won't happen overnight. Invest your time and energy into practicing. Over time, you'll definitely see improvement. Here's a tip that helped me when I was learning a new language. I used to talk to myself in front of a mirror. It sounds a bit odd, but it truly made a difference. I'd ask questions and answer them. It's surprisingly helpful. And if you have friends or family who speak English or are learning it too, ask them to practice with you. It's a fantastic way to practice and improve your language skills.
But I don't have many friends who speak English or relatives who study English.
No worries, Lucas. In this digital age, you can try finding friends online. The internet is a valuable resource. You could join a language learning community. There are plenty of those online. What better way to enhance your language skills and receive support than by becoming part of a friendly community? You'll discover numerous English learning communities on platforms like YouTube and Facebook. Just search for a group that suits your preferences. Now, let's talk about another important tip. Please remember to speak slowly. If your English isn't at an advanced level, there's no need to pretend it is. Sometimes we feel the urge to impress others by speaking quickly, but that often leads to mistakes. Speaking slowly gives you more time to organize your thoughts, helps reduce nervousness, and contributes to improving your fluency. Seriously, this approach works. Additionally, speaking slowly allows you to create a positive impression and makes it easier to build connections. When communicating in English, make sure to smile, speak at a comfortable pace, and maintain a friendly and open expression. With time, you can gradually increase your speaking speed. A related tip is to stay calm while speaking English. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones that prepare you for a fight or flight response. Blood shifts away from your brain to your muscles, making it harder to think clearly and recall the English you know. Look for proven techniques that help you remain calm. Taking deep breaths, counting to 10, practicing positive self-talk, and challenging negative thoughts are all effective methods. Keep in mind that aiming for perfection isn't necessary. Making mistakes is actually a fantastic way to improve your English language skills. Mistakes show you the areas that need your attention in your English studies. It's quite straightforward. If you're not making mistakes, you're not progressing. Remember that. And here's another important point: when you make mistakes, just keep on speaking. Many psychologists suggest that exposing yourself gradually to your fear is an effective way to deal with phobias and anxiety. It's the same here: the more you engage in something, the less you fear it. So, when it comes to overcoming your fear of speaking English, the key is to speak it regularly. The more you speak in English, the more confidence and ease you'll gain in doing so. Don't worry about feeling a bit awkward when you make mistakes while speaking. The important thing is to keep speaking, even if it's not perfect. I'm confident that you can conquer your fear this way. Now, with these tips in mind, do you think you'll finally overcome your fear of speaking English? And do you believe this will lead to better job opportunities and potentially higher income? These tips are certainly crucial, and yes, they will aid you in overcoming your fear of speaking English. However, it's essential to put in the hard work as well. Practice every day and keep in mind that progress takes time and dedication. So, Keep your goals in sight and keep practicing. You've got this.
Thank you so much, teacher. These tips are fantastic. Can you give me more advice on how to improve my English, please? They're incredibly helpful.
Certainly, Lucas, I'd be happy to share more tips with you. However, maybe we could do that another time. Our current conversation is running out of time. Perhaps in the next video, if our subscribers are interested in more tips to enhance their English skills.
I'm sure they'd want that. They'll let us know in the comments, right? I really hope everyone enjoyed this conversation.
Absolutely, I believe they will. Thank you for your enthusiasm, Maurice. I enjoyed our talk as well. Remember, language learning is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Keep up the good work, and we'll be back with more helpful content soon.